YouTube. We are live.
All right. Neat. This is my first time being live. This is kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know that many people will come by on the YouTube side. Every once in a while, they do.
Well, I don't have enough
interesting.
followers on TikTok, and I'm not really exactly trying to get that many followers either.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I initially jumped on TikTok, it wasn't with like the hope to have a bunch of followers. It was just like, hey, let me put this video up and let me see how it does. And then I didn't even realize there was a Lego TikTok community before I put that video up. So that was really interesting. And all of a sudden, like, I had a video that got like, I don't know, like 50,000 views. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my.
What do I do now? All right.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'd be nice, but I know I'll definitely be going on live pretty soon because I've joined a D&D group on Discord, and we're actually about to start a social media campaign. We're still in the early stages of it, and those of us involved are adults who work like 50 hours a week.
Right. It's hard to find time for stuff. I mean, I let's see. There's still nobody. Hang on. Is this correct? Oh, here we go. Hello, Maddie. Yeah, welcome everybody. We're gonna build the Everyone is Awesome set. I'm also live on YouTube, so come check us out. I'm on there with Ventricality. It's still a few minutes. I know Brittany was gonna stop by and say hello. So we'll see. But yeah,
We got a mod tonight.
We should as soon as somebody logs on here. Generally, I haven't even. I mean, I've got probably 3, 4 mods, 5 mods maybe. But generally, I don't need them. Yeah, it's funny. Like I generally don't need it though because generally people are pretty cool. And if they start going down the wrong path, I just kindly just ask them to, hey, chill out, like not in here, and they'll either leave or they'll like cut it out. And so I've been really lucky in that regard. I know other people have had issues.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lego. It's you don't get as many like crazy people who are like, oh my God, you need to get rid of Lego. Usually, in terms of Lego, it's either what the model is of, or it's, aren't those toys for kids?
Yeah. Yep. And it's funny, like the few times when I've gotten that, once I actually show people like the sets I have, they're like, oh wow, like I didn't even realize like, you could get the sets to that degree. Lego minifigure Daily says, I really want that pink hair for a custom Starfire minifigure. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You can check. Maybe at some point you'll be able to get it off of the Lego brick store. I haven't seen it yet. You can keep an eye out on it there.
I actually like the green hairstyle the best. I love that.
Let me see. I'm still looking. I don't think I've gotten to that one yet. Oh, it's in here.
Here, it looks like this.
Yeah, that's cool. That's it's interesting. Like I see that, and I think of like all the minifig characters that have that particular hair, obviously in different colors. But it's cool to start seeing these molds in like different colors.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is oh yeah, it's the same. This what's this? Who's this from the Daily Bugle? Firestar?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I never knew who Firestar was, but I'm on bag 15 or bags 15. Does that annoy you too when they have multiple bags all designated one number? Me and my buddy were railing on that last night.
Well, it's funny because like people ask me, well, how many bags does this have? And I'm like, well, Lego Minifigs Daily says no. He meant Starfire from Teen Titans. which is, I think, a different character or a younger version of that character.
No.
Or
Well, let me check the box. The box is right here. Yeah, Firestar. Oh, you know what? I just realized it's the name reversed.
Yeah, he's Starfire. Yeah, Starfire from Teen Titans. Okay.
So Starfire is DC. Firestar is Marvel.
Marvel.
Did you know that they copy each other a lot?
Yeah, they do all the time. Which is
Although, I think I heard that Namor, who is the king of Atlantis and basically the Aquaman of the Marvel universe, was around before Aquaman.
Well,
I might be wrong on that, but I thought I read that somewhere.
It seems like, once one would come up with one character and the other would come up with something very similar. Oh man, my pink minifig has got a huge scratch across the bottom of the body.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Man.
So I'll email them. It's funny, I can't do the automated system anymore. I've had so many because I buy so many sets, and so I think I just end up having more replacement requests than the average person does. And so I've hit the max. So all my requests automatically get denied, and then I just have to email them.
Oh no!
It's funny. Like, okay, well, yeah, I like all the hair pieces. This is cool.
Green is still my favorite.
So Cameron's World says he just ordered parts from Lego for a full Darth Vader and one of the Red Guards. Oh, that's awesome. So I'm curious, when you collect your sets, do you get the minifigs too? So how many do you need? Well, so Lego minifigs, every set that I need all the minifigs for. All the sets I have right now that are complete, I have the minifigs for as well. I don't mark the set complete until I have the minifigs as well. Hi, Mary. Welcome. We're building the Everyone is Awesome set because everyone is awesome. Yeah, I was really surprised. I was surprised to see this set. I'm really glad they did it. And I was really surprised at how many haters there were for it. And it's like, there are so many sets for everybody. Like, why can't we just have sets for, for this segment of the population too? Like, I don't get the hate.
When I was younger, before I even came out, I used to, kind of scoff that, anytime I'd see, the token gay character in like a show or something, and it's like,
Right.
Oh, they're just pandering to the audience. But now that I'm getting older, it's like we need that representation. We need to become more, normalized.
Yep. Yeah, no, I totally 100% agree. And especially with the younger kid, the younger people that are out there, I think it's important that they have people to look up to, that they can understand that it's not just, they're not alone by themselves. And it's just, at the end of the day, we're all just people. Like, everybody just needs to kind of just get along. Like, it's so difficult for me to imagine that people just can't somehow figure out a way to get along with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you there.
Because at the end of the day, like, what does it matter, like, who somebody loves? Like, I don't know. I don't understand people.
You and me both.
Mary. Hey, Mankin City, welcome. And it's a perfect build too. I think it's just a really cool looking build.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I interrupted.
I was gonna say, like, when I first saw it, I was like, "This is such a cool set." It didn't even hit me what it represented, and all of a sudden, I'm like, "Man, that looks like the pride flag." And I was like, oh, like.
See, me, I was the opposite. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
what was it? The Leonardo Leonardo DiCaprio going that one meme.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. It was probably the weirdest. Yeah, Mary, it should still be available. Probably the weirdest interaction I had was, so a lot of my followers are younger, and so I try to be, when they make comments, I kind of try to steer them in the right direction because they're young. They don't always know, and so, but this kid was like, well, I think this is like terrible because they have this, but they don't have a set for members of the military. And I was like,
yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? Yeah, and I was like, well, this isn't made. I mean, I was like, Lego. First off, Lego doesn't make sets for the military. They have no military sets at all. And it's like, beyond that, like, Lego is not an American company. So why would a Danish company come out and make a set for the American military? It seems a little odd to me. And,
frankly, I think so many people don't realize that the Lego Group is a Danish company. I don't think they realize it's not American.
Yeah, I don't think they do. And so then the kid's dad starts responding, and he's like, "Well, and he's like, well, my son just feels that since he is a military brat, he's gone through so much, having to move all the time, and all these difficulties he's had as a military brat, that he just thinks that military brats deserve a set too." And I was like, well, hang on, I'm a military brat. We moved around a lot, but that's not what this is about. This is much bigger picture. It's just it's interesting because it just I think it's so much beyond them. They don't see it.
Mm-hmm. And half my family has been in the military. My mother was in the military. I've got two uncles that both served. I have another that served, and my grandfather was a firefighter on a carrier.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's a scary job.
Yeah, I know my parents probably listened to a lot of his stories growing up because I didn't have much of a chance to ask him before he went, but
I just made my first mistake. I skipped orange.
What?
Yeah, so I need to go.
Speaking of orange, is it interesting that this set that we're starting to see these dark turquoise brick separators now?
Yeah, they had those in what was it?
There was the medieval blacksmith.
Yep, and then I think some of the modular sets too. I believe in the newer modular sets, I've had those in too. So you're starting to see those more and more now. I build a little stand out of mine, and
I saw that one.
Yeah, so it's cool because I work the different colored ones in there.
Oh, I was gonna say about the Lego Group and the military is that last I checked, it was decades. They were operating for decades before they even added the gray color palette, specifically because they didn't want people to make tanks out of it.
Yeah, and now they do it anyways.
Well, I think they made tanks, but yellow.
Yeah. Well, I meant people are doing it. I mean, people are just buying the pieces. There's actually a Lego a private brick store near me. I was so excited. I was like, sweet, I'm gonna go see what they have. and it turns out it was all military builds, like nothing else. It was kind of a legend.
I mean, it's amazing some of the models that you've seen that we saw. I mean, what was it? Somewhere around 2005 or 6, I kind of got away from like getting any more Lego for a while. But then once I started, really spending a lot more time on Facebook, I started coming across things like Beyond the Brick and other places and showing off Lego conventions. I think, what was it? Someone had made like a massive scale Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool. But then I got back into it. I think you and I both got into it the same year, but I think different times that year. It was 2017. I was in Boston with my buddy, and we were. I'm like, hey, there's a mall here. Let's just check out the Lego store real quick. And that was when the Lego Ideas line had the Voltron set, and I had just been watching Voltron Legendary Defender on Netflix, and I'm like, I gotta get it. I work 2 jobs. I deserve to splurge once in a while.
Yeah, that was a really fun set, and it's funny because I didn't watch Voltron a ton as a kid, but I certainly remember it. And so for me, a lot of it is I didn't have a ton of Lego when I was younger because we didn't have a ton of money, and so I'm completely making up for it now.
Well, I was kind of the opposite. I mean, I didn't have all of the sets I wanted, although if I had every set I wanted, I would have had all of them. But I have a collection. Once we're done with this, I could probably take you down to the basement and see half my collection, and the other half is in my room. But I've actually got them all set up now. And then a lot of my newer sets have arrived. I had been waiting for my A-Wing. It was an import from Russia. And that finally came in, maybe 2 weeks ago?
How did you do in terms of like overall cost compared to buying it in the U.S.?
Well, because I work 2 jobs, I do tend to have I don't need to worry about cost too much.
Okay.
Because I usually make it back in a couple of weeks anyway.
Right.
Since my student loans started being paid off, that's a little bit more money in my pocket every month. But actually, most of the collection you'll see in the basement, my parents got for me.
Oh, okay.
But they tended to get the smaller sets. But I used to take them apart and put them together constantly to the point that I could probably take almost any model down there, take it apart, and then put it together from memory.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, it's funny. I actually found a picture of a set I had when I was a kid, and I didn't even remember having it. And so that's like on my list. I've been looking for that and trying to find a decent price just to pick it up.
What's the set?
It was this like little helicopter. It was just like a very basic set. It came out in 1986. And so, it's just funny because like I was looking through pictures or something else, and I just happened to come across it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, look at this! Like, there's actually a picture of me and Lego when I'm like 9 years old."
I am still glad that I've kept all of my Legos. Although when I got back into Legos and I discovered Bricklink, since I've had a lot of these sets for probably 20 or 30 years at this point, there's been a lot of missing and broken pieces. So I actually had to because on Bricklink, shipping will really get you.
Yep.
Especially when you're trying to recover parts and, trying to get all the parts that I was missing. I mean, that kind of cost me a small fortune, but what else am I going to do?
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because so a lot of Bricklink sellers actually have minimums in their store, and I don't. Like I don't have any minimums at all. But the flip side to that is, I think is insane. Is I end up having people that buy 33 cents in carts and then pay like $4 or $5 in shipping, which seems absurd. but, but I don't. On the flip side, I don't want to force somebody to buy more than they really want to buy either.
Well, yeah, and same here. It's what am I going to do with all those extra parts?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's. I mean, I started it because when I bought with all the Sith art sets that I had like 6,000 extra 1x1s, and it's like I got to find something to do with these. I'm not gonna build anything with 1x1. And so that's the route I took. And Mary just bought the set. Thank you, Mary, for buying the set. Mary says,
Yeah.
I should do those payroll.
Thank you, Mary.
I should be on Lego's payroll. There's so many people who have bought sets because of my TikTok. It's like, man.
I am guilty of that too. Actually, it was kind of the Daily Bugle.
Oh yeah.
Daily Bugle. I'm like, that is cool. I was gonna say, like, all right, I'm getting the Infinity Gauntlet as well, but I gotta control my Lego spending this year. And just in the past 6 months, I've probably spent close to $1,000 just on Lego.
Yeah, I'm above that for the year.
Yes,
it's
I'm
a little
well
scary.
aware of that.
But yeah, it's I wasn't planning on buying the Daily Bugle. Honestly, I looked at it and I was like, yeah, the set looks pretty cool. The minifigures is what did it for me. Because it's rare that you're going to get a set like that where you have so many minifigures, and even just the process of just going through and just opening all these bags with all these minifigures was so awesome.
And then when I would, here's a funny story. My TikTok on the Ghost Rider car.
Mm-hmm.
I was out of town camping with some friends, and we happened to stop at some local mart or like a department store or something. And there was I remember thinking that day that it's like, man, the Daily Bugle is waiting for me when I get home. But you know what figure I really wish it had? Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And then I am walking down a Lego aisle in this store, and there it is, Ghost Rider.
That's awesome. It was meant to be.
Definitely.
I found it interesting in some of the figures that they included too. Like the fact that they included Blade. I never would have thought that they would include Blade, and they did. That was really surprising.
I was surprised with that too.
All right, so
I think I lost track of where I'm. Oh, okay, there we go. 1, 2. Oh, okay.
Hey Anzo, what's going on? One of the guys I trained jiu-jitsu with. Hey, Darth Zath, welcome. All right, so
I think we're getting pretty close to the end.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm finishing up on the top row here. But yeah, it's funny. Like I've just been sitting around. Like I don't have anything to build right now because I build pretty much everything I have except for Maz Eisley. I'm still sitting on that. I don't know how I want to display it, and so I'm just still waiting on that one. But I've been busy.
I've got a similar problem. You'll probably see it in a little bit, but I really have. My roommate takes up so much. Well, he had to downsize from. He inherited pretty much everything from his father's house, or from his father's estate. So he is working on downsizing that though. But It's a very simple build, but this one it's fun because it's so simple.
Yeah, I do enjoy those changes every once in a while. You know, the really extravagant builds are cool, but after a while, it does get a little old sometimes, and it's like, all right, you know, this is cool, but I'd like something a little simpler.
Well, you know what build I really didn't like was that treehouse.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, that's a tough build.
What the? Did I drop a piece somewhere? Oh, no, I put it on with purple. I'm surrounded by yellow light. Can't see a thing.
Let's see.
Okay, see that.
All right, red, and then brown, and then black. And oops, bam.
Oh my gosh, you are real fast at this.
Yeah, I built too many Lego sets, so it started going really, really, really fast.
I wonder if my friend's watching this right now. Well, he's in Provincetown right now, so he probably isn't watching, but it would be amazed that someone could build a set faster than me.
Yeah, I built some. I mean, the count has got to be up. It's about 500 sets that I've built like in the last 2.5 years. So I've been building a ton of sets, and then August is going to be real busy. There's not much going on in July, but in August we have all the new Lego Star Wars sets releasing, the Gauntlets releasing. So I've got the Infinity Gauntlet pre-ordered. And then,
yeah, I got that one too.
And then the other one, well, it's out in Europe already. The Guardians
Really?
Yep. Yeah, all those sets, all the Marvel sets are out already in Europe. If you go on Zappy.com, which is a UK seller, but they ship to the US, you can get it ordered and shipped to you already from there.
Yeah, but you know, with enough experience from Bricklink, I'm trying to get away from imports as much as possible.
It's not as bad with that company because they're an actual company. Like they're a bigger company. They're just a regular brick and mortar retailer, I think, in the UK as well. So, but my new Lego Star Wars magazine should be getting. So that's kind of exciting.
And there we go.
Awesome. Ta-da. Yeah, it's a cool build. I really like it. I got to figure out where I'm going to put it.
Oh, shoot, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, right.
I don't have anywhere to put the bugle.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because that thing is it's so tall.
Mm-hmm. All right, ready for a tour of the basement?
Yeah, man, let's do it. If you're on TikTok, you can't see it, but you can jump on YouTube if you want.
Can I reverse the cam?
Well, that I don't know. I haven't tried that.
What does that do? Okay, well that didn't work. Ooh, what about this? Camera. Oh, hey, what about that? There we go.
Here, whoops, hang on. I was trying to make you full screen.
Am I still here? I kind of lost you, though. Well, I guess can't hear Star Wars guy right now, but here is my collection. There we go. You're back.
Yeah, I was trying to give you the full screen, but it looks like when I did that, it cut my audio out too. So, There you go. Millennium Falcon.
I know this is the last set I got before I stopped getting into Lego. And I remember what detail was. That was when they switched the shades of some of the colors. Because I noticed there was a definite shift in the grays and some of the blues to, I think it's a less light sensitive shade of those colors.
Probably. That would make sense.
It kind of put me off, and I was, 12 or something.
Which is funny. I'm on the direct opposite side of that, right? Because I started with Lego later, and then I started picking up some of the older sets, and I was like, "What's wrong with these colors?" And then I realized, "Oh, this is the original color." So you got Obi-Wan Starfighter too, right? Is that right?
Which one? Yeah, that one.
Obi-Wan. It's the one with the yellow-headed Obi-Wan. Yep, I've got that one.
Yeah, I've got that one from the Clone Wars, I think.
Yep.
I still have yet to watch that one. I got a Droid Starfighter.
Yep.
Let's see. I like this one. It's just from their UFO line.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Please.
Those are hard to come across these days.
I used to have an actual helmet thing that, fit over your head. But yeah. I know it's sold in a... I hear that they sell for quite a bit nowadays.
I believe it. Oh, you've got the... that's the TIE Fighter with the built-in stand, right? That's the stand that came with it?
Yeah, and actually, when I got the TIE Interceptor, I actually bought all of the pieces to make a second one of these.
Oh, there you go.
Because it has the same grooves on the bottom to fit right on there. I got Darth Vader's TIE Fighter.
Yeah, my son had that one, and I actually when he took it apart and went into the bucket, and I recovered it out of the bucket, and then ended up rebuilding it.
I'll check this out. It's from the Sarlacc pit scene.
Okay, yeah. I've got that one as well.
Here are some of my newer ones. I had to get Din Djarin with his silver Beskar armor.
Yep.
Because the one that came with the... Cool. What's that?
The Mandalorian sets are so cool.
Yeah, well, there's the Razor Crest.
Yeah.
That was a fun build. I loved doing the frame of it.
Yeah.
It's very solid.
Have you built any of the Star Destroyers?
The what now?
The Star Destroyers?
No. That is on my list of things to get, but it's a little out of my what I want to pay right now.
It's if you like the Technic side of the Razor Crest and being able to build that frame, that body out for the ship, the Star Destroyer is like the ultimate of that, right? Because it's got such a huge frame on it.
This one, I think you saw I think you might have saw my TikTok of the stop motion of that one.
Yep.
I plan to do stop motions for a lot of these smaller ones, but it becomes very time consuming trying to do the bigger ones.
I thought about that, and then I started looking to see what it would take, and I don't have the patience for it or the time for it. So,
it's annoying to do on TikTok because let's face it. Hold on, let me just because frankly, TikTok it's a social media platform. It's not really a video editing specialist program, so it's only got your very basic stuff. I find that using specialized software is better. So I got an actual stop motion app, and that one actually lets me, if I screw up a frame, I don't have to start over or deal with it. I can just sort of delete it.
Hey, little Ricky. It took maybe around about 25 minutes to build. It's only 346 pieces, so it didn't take too long. But yeah, shoot, what were we talking about? Getting old sucks.
I know, doesn't it? I'm starting to get that. I'm only 31.
Yeah, I'm 44. So, but
This was one of my favorite ones. There's sort of a mummy here. I love the adventures line. Think
yeah,
like Lego themed Indiana Jones.
yep. There is talk that Indiana Jones may have some new sets coming out again later this year,
Oh wow!
or next year rather, because they got another movie coming out.
Well, this is the Slave One I ended up getting.
Oh, cool.
But
Which one is that?
where's the what's that?
Which is that the anniversary one?
I don't remember. I know I chose it carefully, but
Oh no, that's one of the older ones. That's I can't remember which one that is, but yeah. Hey Raylo, I'm not showing any sets tonight. I might show some sets maybe later. I don't know, not right now.
now here's something weird. It came with a Trandoshan, but like,
Yep.
is this like minifigure armor or something?
No, you know what that armor is? That armor is for like Captain Rex.
Oh, huh.
That's the
I
one-
thought
that's
it was
the one
kind of
for Bravo.
weird. It was weird because it's on the set inventory for this one.
Yeah, it's interesting that they put it on there, but that should be for Clone Trooper. I don't think he came with that, but hang on. Mary said, "Don't look behind me." Oh, that was just my brother's here. So yeah, that was my brother. No worries. He's not going to murder me or anything. My brother was in
My
the back.
favorite theme was this Rock Raiders. It's one of the few Lego
yeah.
themes to actually have a video game or two behind it.
Yeah, those are really sought after too. Somebody who is maybe it's Manicus or maybe it's Epic Bricks. One of them.
Maticus. I know
Is Maticus.
Maticus or Epic, but I know one of their favorite pieces is this one, the Chrome Drill.
Yeah, I want to say it's Maticus, but yeah. So I see those sets all the time in their videos.
I know. It was, it's still got a really big community. What's cool is one of the video games that actually came out. It's been very difficult to make that game work on modern software or modern computers. But last I checked, like sometime last year or the year before, there's a whole community of people who loves just the Rock Raiders theme. They actually found old hard drives from the game company that made the game, so they can actually use actual first sources for things. But
it's amazing. Get enough smart people together in a room, and they can pretty much do anything. So.
Hold on, I'm on spider duty now. I believe I just killed a spider on Fudge. I'm still alive.
Yeah, I almost walked into one the other day. He was hanging about halfway down from the ceiling, and something just caught my eye, so I stopped, took a step back, and there he was. It was like, almost.
Yeah, well, I've been able to control most of my arachnophobia, but if they surprise me, yeah.
Oh,
well,
Raylo, hang on one sec. Raylo, this it's the Everyone is Awesome set. So it's the Pride set that Lego released a couple weeks ago. So you can find it on Lego.com and in the Lego store. And you can still get it from the Lego store because Mary just bought one about 20 minutes ago. So go buy it. All right, I'm probably gonna log off here in a few minutes. I bought a new TV today. I'm still in the middle of trying to set up, so I'm gonna go work on that. But thanks for jumping on.
Yeah,
awesome. And hopefully more
show
people
the rest
buy
of my collection. Maybe we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah. What I might start doing is, especially now that I've used StreamYard and see how it works. Maybe we'll get a few folks together on these and just kind of start streaming more on YouTube, and maybe it'll get me more YouTube views too. So awesome. Well, Venture Cali, thank you. I appreciate you jumping on.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, and then that's YouTube. TikTok. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, take it easy.
Later.